Therapists charge hundreds of dollars an hour to teach something Paul explained in a single paragraph. Cognitive behavioral therapy, the gold standard treatment for anxiety and depression, is built on one core principle. Your thoughts shape your emotions. Your emotions shape your behavior. And when you change your thought patterns consistently, your brain physically changes. Paul described that exact mechanism 2,000 years before psychology existed. Most people read Philippians 4:8 like a motivational quote, something nice, something encouraging. But Paul wasn't encouraging you, he was instructing you. Because prayer alone does not retrain a mind that has been conditioned by fear. Prayer invites peace, but meditation trains the brain to receive it. That's why Paul doesn't stop at Philippians 4:6-7. Be anxious for nothing, and the peace of God will guard your hearts and minds. Most people stop there. They pray. They ask God for peace, and then they wonder why anxiety shows up again tomorrow. Paul knew peace doesn't stay unless the mind is retrained, so he immediately gives the mechanism. Finally, brethren. That word doesn't mean conclusion. It means this is how it works. Whatever things are true, whatever things are noble, whatever things are just, whatever things are pure, whatever things are lovely, whatever things are of good report, meditate on these things. Those aren't poetic words, they're filters. Paul is telling you how to sort your thoughts. Modern therapy calls this cognitive restructuring. Paul called it obedience. And this connects directly to what he wrote elsewhere. 2 Corinthians 10:5 says, "Casting down arguments and every high thing that exalts itself against the knowledge of God, bringing every thought into captivity to the obedience of Christ." Casting down means demolishing old mental structures, strongholds, trained pathways. Bringing into captivity means redirecting thought to a new structure. And Philippians 4:8 gives you that structure. You're not just capturing thoughts randomly, you're capturing them to something, to truth, to nobility, to justice, to purity. Here's why this matters. Your brain does not distinguish between a real threat and an imagined one. When you replay worst-case scenarios, your amygdala fires, your heart rate increases, cortisol floods your system. Your body prepares for danger that doesn't exist. That's not a disorder. That's a trained response. And trained responses can be retrained. Paul doesn't say, think positive. He says, think accurately. Let's break down the filters. Whatever is true, not what feels true, not what anxiety predicts, what is actually verifiable. CBT calls this testing the evidence. Paul calls it truth. Whatever is noble, worthy of respect, dignified, what lifts your thinking instead of shrinking it. Your brain becomes like what it focuses on. Whatever is just, right, fair. This breaks the victim loop anxiety feeds on and reorients your thinking toward God's sovereignty instead of fear. Whatever is pure, unmixed, unpolluted. This filters out cynicism, suspicion, and mental contamination. Paul is telling you to clean your mental intake. Whatever is lovely, beautiful. Your brain has a built-in negativity bias. Paul gives you a counter practice. Deliberately notice what is good. Whatever is of good report. Not rehearsing every problem endlessly. Not every true thing deserves your mental real estate. Paul is teaching selectivity. Then comes the command. Meditate on these things. The Greek word is logizomai. It means to reckon repeatedly, to return again and again. This is not passive awareness. This is directed repetition. Neuroscience confirms it takes roughly 66 days of consistent repetition for a new neural pathway to become dominant. Paul didn't need a timeline. He simply said, keep doing it. That's why Philippians 4:9 follows, and the God of peace will be with you. Not because God moved closer, but because your mind stopped blocking him. Prayer changes your position before God. Meditation changes your brain's patterns. You need both. So here's how you apply it. When an anxious thought appears, don't argue with it. Don't suppress it. Run it through the filter. Is it true? Is it noble? Is it just? If it fails, replace it with a thought that passes. Then speak that thought out loud. Not once, repeatedly. You're not fighting anxiety. You're redirecting traffic. That's why Paul could write about peace from prison. He didn't have peaceful circumstances. He had a trained mind. CBT didn't invent this. It rediscovered it. Philippians 4:8 isn't encouragement. It's a protocol. Pick one recurring anxious thought. Identify the category it fails. Replace it daily. 66 days. That's all your brain needs. Comment the category you're choosing. Like this if this changed how you read Scripture. Subscribe if you want biblical truth explained through how your brain actually works. Paul gave you the filter. Your mind will do the rest.